Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm FlipArtz. We're back here on Fortnite taking a look at a brand new set of missions and challenges here coming to Fortnite for Season 11 or Chapter 2 Season 1. These ones are going to be called the Chaos Rising missions. And if you guys completed your previous week of challenges from last week, you guys are going to know that when you guys have completed them, you guys will have managed to unlock a new hidden or secret kind of skin here for Fortnite of the season, which is called the Sorana skin or Sorana skin. And with that as well, in the description for that, you guys can also see from the alter ego challenges that it also mentions to unlock the back bling for the Sorana skin, you have to go and find it at a certain location that is going to be hidden somewhere within the Chaos Rising loading screen. And of course, as usual, every single week when you guys get new missions, you guys will be given 10 missions you need to complete. And if you guys complete any of the 8 out of the 10 missions available from that set, in this case the Chaos Rising, you guys will unlock a loading screen background image, which will also give you guys an 11th mission for searching a certain location for something in particular. Usually it has to do with letters for getting the Fortnite letters all done. In this case, we're going to be getting something a little bit different, so we're going to be talking about that here later at the end of the video. And of course, as per usual, just before we get into all 10 and 11 of the missions here for your Chaos Rising missions, I'm going to do a quick sell promo here. So if you guys truly want to support me here on the channel and you guys really do appreciate the work that I put out for you guys, making these videos, all these different kinds of content here on the channel, helping guys out with your challenges and so on, then feel free to go ahead and drop a like here on my video. Subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button, as well as turning on notifications by hitting the bell icon next to the subscribe button. That way you guys will miss out anytime I do upload a video here to the channel. And if you want to make sure you're absolutely not going to miss out when I upload a video here to the channel, you guys can also follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/FlipArtz. That's going to be a great place for you guys to find out exactly what I'm thinking about, what I'm tweeting about, as well as when a new video is going to be going live. And if you guys want to also be attending live streams, because I do tweet those out as well, and I do live stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtzLive. Again, for that, the link will be down in the description below. And if you guys do want to support me just a little bit further, you guys can use my supporter creator code FlipArtz in the item shop, FLIPARTZ. And if you guys do end up using my supporter creator code over in the item shop, showing me a picture, a video of you guys actually buying something with my code, I'll like it, I'll retweet it over on Twitter, as well as I'll give you guys an awesome shout out as well over on my Instagram at instagram.com/FlipArtz. Again, all my social media links can be down in the description below. So if you guys want to do me a favor, support me and all the good stuff, go ahead and drop a follow or a sub on all of my different social medias. And so with that out of the way, let's get into all 10 and 11 of your missions and challenges here for your Chaos Rising missions. So moving into our very first mission here, it's going to be to search ammo boxes at Steamy Stacks or Holly Hedges. And to complete this mission, you have to search for 7 ammo boxes at either of these 2 locations. Pretty straightforward, so nothing that we really need to get into. So moving into our second mission here, it's going to be to skydive through rings in Steamy Stacks. And to complete this mission, you just have to skydive through the rings that are going to be floating in the sky. When you guys jump off the battle bus, that's going to be located in the Steamy Stacks area. Pretty straightforward here. Once you guys drop off of the battle bus, you guys should be able to see the rings that are going to be floating above Steamy Stacks. Follow the rings all the way through and you guys are going to have this one completed. Now moving into our third mission here, it's going to be to complete a motorboat time trial. And to complete this challenge, you just have to complete 1 motorboat time trial. Now there's actually going to be a couple of different locations you guys can find a motorboat time trial to complete, and luckily enough you only need to complete 1 of them, so you guys can pretty much pick whichever one might be easier for you guys, or whatever area you guys happen to be nearby. As well as, I believe in last week's video for the missions, I actually made a mistake saying that one of the locations was going to be for the swimming time trial, but it was actually for the motorboat time trial. So as you guys can see on screen here, this is going to be one of your locations. You guys are going to be able to find the motorboat time trial. This one's just going to be right in front of the lake there in Misty Meadows. For the second location for another motorboat time trial, you're going to be able to find this in the lake in the middle of the map. I don't exactly know what you want to call this area. I kind of like calling it Loot Lake, even though it's not really Loot Lake, but you're going to be able to find one just on the outside here, as you guys can see in the video. And for a third location, you guys can find another motorboat time trial over in Slurpy Swamp. This one's going to be on the far end of Slurpy Swamp. You guys are going to be able to note this, as you guys can see in the video here, that there is kind of like that one pipe that goes out and there's a chest on top of it. This you're going to be able to find here is going to be another motorboat time trial. Now moving on to our fourth mission here, it's going to be to deal damage to opponents from below. And to complete this mission, you have to deal 250 points worth of damage. So this one is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is deal damage while you're below them, and you have to deal 250 points worth of damage. And of course, there's many different ways to do this. One very popular way to do this is probably by trying to make them take some fall damage, which will obviously count as you guys dealing damage to your opponents for making them take fall damage. And obviously, probably going to be one of the more popular ways to do this is if you guys are in the middle of a build battle, just making sure that you're going to be a little bit lower than them by 1 or 2 boxes or ramps or whatever you guys want to call them. And then the last way I can really think about the way that you guys can be a little bit lower than an opponent, you know, by dealing damage below them, is obviously if you guys are going to be in a one-on-one fight, being very close quarters, bridges, and assuming that you guys aren't really going to be into so much of a build battle. So, you know, tendencies are that when you guys are very close to each other, people tend to, you know, try to jump over each other, get a little bit of a high ground while trying to, you know, shoot them with a shotgun very close up and stuff like that. Just try to maintain that low ground, try to make sure that you're remembering not to jump around, and as long as your opponents are jumping around, that's also going to mean that you are definitely going to be lower than them, and hopefully you are still dealing damage while they are above you, meaning that you're dealing damage below them. Now moving on to our 5th mission here, it's going to be to dance at the green steel bridge, the yellow steel bridge, and the red steel bridge. So this challenge is pretty straightforward. You just have to dance at each of these different colored steel bridges. It's just a matter of knowing exactly where the different colored steel bridges are. And if you guys actually look at your map, you're going to actually be able to see that when you guys go to all the different bridges that are on the map, you guys can actually see the color of the bridge when you guys are zooming in on the map. But here you guys can see in the gameplay here, we're going to be starting off at the green steel bridge, and this is going to be on the south end side of where Frenzy Farm is. All you have to do is go over to this bridge, land here, or walk over here depending on what you guys are doing during your match, and then use any kind of dancing emote, and that's going to be your first one out of the 3. Now for the next location, for the yellow steel bridge, you're going to be able to find this on the east end of Misty Meadows, as you guys can see here in the gameplay. Again, all you have to do is land over here at the yellow steel bridge or whatever you guys are doing during your match, and then use any kind of dancing emote. That's going to be your second steel bridge out of the 3. And then finally, for the last and final location here that you guys need to dance at, the red steel bridge, this is going to be able to be found over on the north end of Salty Springs or the south side of Pleasant Park. All you have to do is go to either side of the bridge here, land there, or whatever you guys again are doing during your match, dance with any kind of dancing emote, and that's going to be your third steel bridge out of the 3, completing this mission. And of course, something that you guys can keep in mind about this mission is that it doesn't matter which order you guys go and dance at each of these steel bridges. It doesn't matter if you start at red and then end up at yellow and then at green, or start at yellow then green and then red. It really doesn't matter. As long as you guys are going to these bridges, you guys are going to be good to go. Now moving into our 6th mission here, it's going to be to get eliminations with shotguns, and to complete this mission you have to get 3 eliminations using a shotgun. Obviously pretty straightforward here. You get 3 eliminations with a shotgun and you guys are going to be good to go. But down in the comments below, if you guys are making it this far in the video, let me know, what is your favorite preferred shotgun? Would you rather use a pump? Would you guys rather use a tac? Let me know down in the comments below. So now moving on to our 7th mission here, it's going to be to use a zipline in different matches. And to complete this challenge, you have to use 1 zipline in 2 different matches. Now of course, there are plenty of different zipline locations here across the map. There are a few that's going to be located over in the Lazy Lake area. There's going to be some that are located, and there's a few in the Weeping Woods area. So it really just depends on where you guys like to land, and if anything, you guys can use the same zipline over and over once per different matches. So if you guys have a preferred spot, for example, like going to the back of Misty Meadows area where there are a couple of ziplines as well, you guys can also go ahead and land there every single time and use them once per 2 matches, and you guys are going to be good to go. Now moving on to our 8th mission here, it's going to be to get eliminations within 5 meters. And to complete this mission, you have to get 3 eliminations within 5 meters of your opponent. So again, another pretty straightforward challenge here. This is definitely going to be something that you would obviously want to use a shotgun with. So if you guys happen to have that challenge, like we mentioned a little bit earlier here, to get eliminations with a shotgun, this is definitely going to be something that you want to do together, because it's going to be basically like getting 2 challenges done with 1 stone. So, you know, obviously getting eliminations within 5 meters basically means you're going to be barrel snuffing somebody. So if you don't have a shotgun, maybe an SMG definitely will do the trick here, but you're really going to need to be right into your opponent's personal space and trying to get that elimination within the 5 meter. Now moving on to our 9th mission here, it's going to be to search for chests in a single match. To complete this mission, you have to search for 5 chests in a single match. Now typically this might be a difficult challenge if you guys are going to be going to a good number of named locations, but there are a good number of other locations that are unnamed locations, such as landmark locations, that will give you guys enough chests to complete this mission. But if you guys are still struggling with a challenge like this and you guys were playing in solo, of course you guys can go into a duo or a squad, and you guys can actually go ahead and make this as a party assisted challenge, and you guys are going to be able to go and share these amongst each other so that you guys don't have to worry about how many chests you guys are going to in a particular location, because as long as somebody in your party, if you guys are playing in duo or in squad, opens something up, it will count towards this challenge here in particular. So opening up 5 chests in a single match with a buddy or a squad isn't going to be too difficult at all. Now moving into our 10th mission here, it's going to be to deal damage to opponents while in water. And to complete this mission, you have to deal a whopping 500 damage to your opponents while in the water. Now unfortunately, if you guys are in the water but you guys are in a motorboat, it's actually not going to count. So this is going to be one of those times where playing Fortnite might be a little bit ridiculous and a little bit annoying, because you literally need to be in the water. So it's going to be something kind of annoying. I know a lot of people don't really like having a lot of water fight type of situations. You know, you want to build, you want to be able to protect yourself, but of course having this challenge here is going to force you guys to be in the water, dealing a whopping 500 points worth of damage. Of course, this is also a challenge that you guys can do as a party assisted challenge as well. So if it's something you don't like doing, but you know a friend of yours is willing to do it, definitely get them to go and try to complete this one for you. And so that is all 10 missions and challenges you guys need to know about here. But like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you guys complete any of the 8 missions out of the 10 available, you guys will be rewarded with a background loading screen. And as you guys can see on screen, this is what that background loading screen is going to look like, as well as you guys will unlock an 11th mission, which is going to be to search the XP drop hidden in the Chaos Rising loading screen. And so from this loading screen, as you guys can see us zooming in from this actual image here, you guys can see we're going to be able to find the actual XP drop that they're talking about for this mission here in this particular monitor with the Kevin the Cube. Obviously, you're going to be able to find this one over in Steamy Stacks. And so as you guys can see in the gameplay here, we're going to be heading over to the front, or pretty much the parking lot there, the front entrance there of Steamy Stacks. There you're going to be able to find the little statue of Kevin the Cube. There, all you have to do is land in front of it, and the actual XP drop should be able to be there for you guys. And all you have to do is go and search it, and that's going to be the XP drop hidden in the Chaos Rising loading screen. And so there you guys have it. That is all 10 and 11 of your missions and challenges here for your Chaos Rising missions, as well as, like I mentioned earlier in the video, at this point in time, you guys should have by now been able to unlock the secret skin, which is the Serana skin. So if you guys have unlocked it by now, also within this loading screen is the different locations you guys need to go to actually pick up the back bling, as well as its pickaxes. So if you guys are looking for that, I will have a separate video here uploaded to the channel to give you guys the locations of where you guys gotta go so that you guys can go and pick up the back bling and the pickaxes for the Serana skin. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's video, remember to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications here on the channel by hitting that bell icon next to the subscribe button. Also follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with everything going on regarding my videos, my channel, my streams, and myself. Thank you guys again for watching. Catch you on the flip side. Arts out.